We are live.
I think we've got a fun show planned today, but I'm going to start with a few of Geary's gripes, if you don't mind. Get a few things off my chest here. What grinds my Geary's, or something like that. And first and foremost, I think the most pressing. I want to nip this in the bud right now. I thought about texting you this, but I thought do it in front of an audience so it's documented, so that if it ever comes up again, people will swiftly call you on it.
Mm-hmm.
If Jerry Callahan ever asks if we're friends, don't you dare say yes. I don't want that being public. on a recording, no less. People listen to that, I'm told.
Yeah, it's like, to be fair, I went, sure.
There was some sarcasm in there, which I appreciated. But
yeah, I was like, I don't know how he'd react to me going,
No.
yes, he's probably like the person I talk to the most.
It's company policy that you say, no, I respect him a great deal, but friends, I probably fall short. That's the company line.
I'm not good enough. That's what I say.
It seems like there was another thing. There was another Jerry thing I had. It sounds like the Ironhead days are done. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, and he actually seems sad about it.
It sounded like a tearful goodbye today.
Yeah, even afterwards, he was texting me and everything. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I was talking with Cullinan, name drop, earlier. And name drop. And I said, because me and him have been confused as to what's going on with the situation. And I think Kirk saying on the show that I was going to get it was to kick Matt in the ass to take the job.
Well, I'm glad you two are really dissecting the whole scenario and breaking it down. I think that does a lot of good.
I feel bad because I'm always like, hey, do you have this, and this?
Yeah. When something's up in the air, I kind of say, well, what do Craig and Dave Cullinan think about this? That's what I'd like to know.
I was getting confused. I was a confused boy.
There is something else about Very Good Show. I'm a big Very Good Show fan now, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. People on the Patreon seem to be as well.
Yeah, they last night was probably the best received one we've ever done.
Yes, we've got some good chemistry, myself and you boys, I think. Yeah. But I know I've gone back and forth. Visionless Dave, a legendary Minifan, messaged me and said you should make that the free one. My only hesitance is, as I said to him, when there's a trans-racial president in 4 years, I don't feel like having to answer why we mocked them so roundly.
We can, we can set a timer or something in our phone for like a year from now just to delete that.
Delete it immediately. No, it's a good one. It's a good one for the Patreon, I think. Go check out a Very Good Show on patreon.com/blindmike, where you get more on money and the Blind Mike Project. And what else is on there, Jerry Callahan?
Extra goodies.
I don't know if that's funny to anyone else, but I love it.
Extra goodies.
Jerry, what do you like to bring on a road trip with you?
Extra goodies.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Extra goodies.
We are allowed to play that one specific drop because it was in reference to this place.
Yes, he was in reference to Patreon specifically.
I was
finally promoted the fucking thing.
Yeah, and
it was nice of him.
It was nice of him.
No, I'm kidding. Jerry seems like a very nice man. I don't really know him, but he seems like a decent guy. I believe my other Geary's gripe is my good friend Shane Gillis appears to be going on Rogan.
Extra goodies.
Yes, that's what Joe Rogan's saying right now. Yeah. It's probably what Shane Gillis is saying under the table.
God, I hope he hits like the 2.5 hour mark at least.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good one. I assume Rogan will like him, but
I hope the two of them are on actually. Him and McCusker.
Are they both down there in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I would love it just to see. Cool. I would love to see McCusker talk to.
Although Rogan. Here's the weird thing. with those guys going on is Rogan is very like serious.
I know.
I was listening to the Joe List episode, and he throws shit out. Like, Joe List is very, it just says random shit that usually gets a laugh, and Rogan will be like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't know."
There was one part. I think it was like Theo Vaughn or something was in there doing like the jokes they normally do, and it was going right over Rogan's head. And he was just like, "Why would you say that?"
Yeah, Norton's kind of like that too. I remember the Cumtown boys kind of complaining about that, where they'll do, they're just silly. Like these are very same with Matt and Shane. They're very like silly. It's a silly podcast. It's fun. It's never really. It's all jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like Norton on very early on, and they'd say like just ridiculous shit, and Norton would go, "Well, what do you mean by that?" It's like, I don't know, man. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's all nervous.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mentioned that because so I tweeted out. I said, I'm concerned that my podcast may be a minor step down for Shane now if he's doing Rogan. And I cannot tell you how much I hate when people like don't pick up on sarcasm and try to be the funny one.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I got that's probably true already. I go, yeah, I know. That's the joke.
The bigger thing I would be more concerned with was you tweeted that out.
Yes.
I tweeted a GIF saying, "Here's Shane receiving your text on," and he liked both.
Well, he liked mine as well. I think he's just a
that's
a
what
liker. Whore with the like button. No, I don't know. I'll bombard him at Laugh Boston. Yeah. You haven't heard the last of me, pal. No, he's. I appreciate him ever responding to me. So I'm sure he won't come on this podcast, but if he ever does, I'd be honored. I'm very happy for Shane. I think he's coming out with a special. I think that's why he's down there.
Yeah, I think he's recording it next week or something.
That'll be good. I think Tim Dillon and Shane Gillis, I said this before, will be two of the biggest comedians in the. Well, I mean, Tim Dillon, it kind of already is.
Yeah.
But I think those will be two of the real big names very soon. I think Norman's kind of on that level too. You know what I'm not surprised is I'm surprised isn't bigger that I haven't heard a lot from in a while is Dan Soder.
Yeah, especially I think it's because he does a lot of shit with that Billion show now.
I guess, yeah, and he does radio. He does the bonfire every day on Sirius XM, which kind of gets lost in the shuffle, I guess.
Yeah,
but he's a very super talented guy. He got like turned down by SNL, which is hilarious. Psychotic.
Yeah,
but it shows you how bad SNL has become. But anyways, yeah, I just hate like the other day I really butchered some soccer facts. So hypothetically, if I tweeted out like, "Oh, that's odd. I'm usually so informed," it would be like immediately go, "Actually, you're dumb." It's like, yeah, no, I got it, man. That I was making the joke. Don't fucking take that away from me.
We got it, fellas.
I just that's the word. It's Chip Chipperson. You know what I mean? I just hate people that are so eager to be the funny one that they trample all over a conversation or someone else.
Yeah, just like Mike. He does that a lot.
I disagree. You guys should start respecting Mike. I don't care for how mean you are to Mike on Very Good Show.
It's mostly justified.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
I'm hearing that a lot.
I think he's the real talent there.
He can be. Like I said, he'll say something either very hilarious or very stupid, which in turn is hilarious, I guess.
I'll give you one note, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because I don't know you that well, although I've broadcasted with you for 7 months. Mm-hmm. It felt a little when you were like really going in on him this past episode.
Last night
felt a little forced.
Last night?
You guys were talking about the oh no, not in the episode you and I did. Right. I listened to Very Good Show in your free episode.
Got it.
You guys were talking about the cancer girl that Matt hooked up with or something.
Yeah.
And Mike said, should we set this up more before? And you went into it when it didn't feel like you because I don't see you as an angry guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you broadcast with him as much as you broadcast with me, it would come out. That was the first time I think I've yelled at him like that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why I said it. I just haven't heard it before.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't really happen. I was mad at the two of them at the beginning.
All right. Well, those are just my notes. I like having a very good show around because it's a show that I feel like I can give notes to and pontificate. Well, boys,
gather around, boys.
Boy, take a knee, fellas. Let me instill some of my wisdom.
If you want to know what we're talking about, go listen to Very Good Show and listen to Make-A-Wish Matt out wherever you get podcasts.
It was very funny.
I enjoyed
but
that.
Speaking of my wisdom, I mentioned this to Kirk the other day on KMS, but we didn't really talk about it that long. But you saw my tweet, right? When I tweeted out the text that I received?
Yeah.
From the government?
Yeah.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a tweet from a random number. Mind you, while I was recording a conspiracy theory show for patreon.com/blindmike. We're not at that level, huh?
Wait, what?
I thought every time I said it, we could just have Jerry now.
Oh, sorry.
Extra goodies.
I gotta get used to it.
Extra goodies. So yeah, we were recording a conspiracy show for the Patreon, and when we finish, I see a text that says, "Hey, this is Donnie," or some fucking name. I don't know why they feel the need, like, as if they say Donnie, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, it's just a regular guy like you and me." Oh, it's just a fella down the street texting me. And they say, "Hey, it's Donnie. After 6 months in office, you think Kamala Harris could become president?" And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't imagine. I mean, I know, they get your information and political, I don't know, political outlets, whatever you would call them, pollsters and all that type of shit. They text people now. It's just what they do. They get your information all over the place, and they're able to text you. So that's not the part I'm concerned with. I'm concerned for old Joe. I suspect his days may be numbered.
I would say so.
If they're turned into Mike Geary. So yeah, they said, do you think Kamala Harris is ready? After 6 months in, we always decide if the vice president should take over.
I think that's proof that they're not actually listening to us, though.
What do you mean?
If they're asking you if you think she'll be fine.
If they're asking me specifically, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I like to think that they are actually it's just me, like they're targeting me. And that through some comedy of errors, I'm making all the world's big decisions.
It was like a board meeting all about you. Yeah.
It's like, this guy has really got it down, He hasn't quite broke yet, He's poor and he's stupid. So he doesn't know how much power he has. So we're going to, wield power. We're going to instill him in a puppet regime. He's not even going to know he's in. Right. I just start getting texts. Hey, if we were to bomb the World Trade Center, it would allow us to get into a war and, instill the Patriot Act. Do you think people would be okay with that? I respond somewhat satisfied. I'm like, yeah, that's all right.
Would you look the other way?
We're going to have JFK assassinated. Is this very interesting? Somewhat interesting? Yeah. Not that interesting?
It's the smile to sad face meter.
We lied about killing bin Laden. He's still on the loose. What are your thoughts about what the American people will say about this?
Frowny face.
I think we should just cover this up. So you dumped him in the ocean. That'd be hilarious if you could respond with like emojis. Just well, that's the thing is, I like the idea. It's like, you somewhat interested in this? Very interested? I don't know. Leave me alone.
Please stop it.
I guess I know where statistics come from now, though. That's fun.
I always thought it was those people that cold call and they're like, "Hi, please don't hang up." Let me ask
Yeah,
you,
but now I'm assuming they get so many hangups that they've just resorted to text.
who the fuck responds to those?
Yeah. Hey, if we were to silently murder the president, make it seem like he was alive for a few more months, and then instill Kamala Harris, you in for that? Yeah, I guess.
You cool?
Yeah, they're not. I'll say this though: if it is a conspiracy theory, they're not doing it very sly.
Hey, you know that woman that got 0 votes in Iowa? Do you think maybe she could do this, huh?
All right, now we're getting political here.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. The president.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's much more pressing news, and that would be one Richard Sherman getting into a sticky situation.
Yes, he was.
So I assume you guys have heard this 911 call by now, especially if you're listening for free on Monday. But I'm appalled, and I think a lot of people. I thought I might be the only one, because there have been a couple other times where I'm like, that's weird for a 911 operator to act like that. And then people always come out and say, no, that's protocol. I think people are with me on this one for the most part.
Yes.
So let's just play a little bit of it, and then I'll give some of my thoughts. But Richard Sherman got all fucked up and was going off in his household. You'll hear a description of what exactly he was doing from Ashley Sherman, his wife or girlfriend?
Wife.
I thought so. So she calls 911 and mayhem ensues.
911, what are you reporting?
I need officers to my house now. My husband is drunk and threatening to kill himself.
Stop. What's the address?
Okay, already. We're 2 seconds in. Now, first of all, I think Ashley Sherman is maybe the most composed, given what she's dealing with.
Yeah, of all time. Most composed.
Like the most composed you could be. Never mind the 911 operator. Dealing with a drunk NFL player fighting your family in the house. She seems tremendously calm. And this lady's like, hey, fucking knock it off, lady. I got a few questions. You talk, I talk. That's how this works.
Exactly. You talk, I talk.
Are there any weapons?
She's already dropping N-bombs, this lady.
Are there any
No, there's no gun. I'm saying there are no weapons, ma'am. There are no weapons.
You need to stop interrupting me so I can get the
Okay, now we have to go back to the beginning. Because you have to see how quickly this lady... Now, I've texted with law enforcement spokespeople. And by that, I mean assholes I went to school with that became cops. And they have... a couple of them have said... I texted a couple cops and a lawyer. And they all said... And I'll tell you, this is where I start to side with the Democrats. Maybe they are racists. No, I'm kidding, of course. But it is odd that these guys all responded like, well, 911 operators, they have to do that. They have to get the information. They all sided with her.
I only sided on her on this one, on this particular little bit, just to get the address. The rest of it, she can go fuck herself.
Yes, just to get the address, but it's not unusual for a lady who's being physically threatened or whatever's happening to call 911 and be a little flustered. You got to have a little bedside manner, for Christ's sake.
Right.
You can't just go, hey, you fucking asshole, shut your mouth and give me some directions here.
Poodle Dick says this could pass for crank yankers.
It really could. Yeah. Hey, lady, I'll tell you when we'll get there. Just fucking calm down, all right? Oh, what's the big deal? Oh, is Richard Sherman gonna beat the shit out of you? Is he threatening to kill himself? Oh, shut up and give me the address. Or we won't come. How about that? How about we don't come at all?
They'll be fine. This person.
Like, Ashley Sherman's like, am I in trouble? I don't. What's going on?
I mean,
start from the beginning.
To my house now. My husband is drunk and threatening to kill himself.
Stop.
Okay, she interrupted. The 911 operator interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Sherman's not interrupting anyone.
No.
She's giving the information. For the people that say, like, well, that's their job, they have to get the information, Ashley Sherman's giving it. And she's like, shut your trap, lady.
Are there any stop?
We
Are there
we
any,
took no.
me.
There's no gun. I'm saying there are no weapons, ma'am. There are no weapons.
You need to stop interrupting me so I can get the information I need to get officers.
Oh, you need to stop being such a prima donna. What's wrong? Are you physically threatened? Like we haven't all been there. Lady, I'm busy over here too. I got things to do. You called me.
You
don't think I got problems?
This is probably the most calm call she got all night.
I'd have to think, right? I mean, Ashley Sherman seems legitimately mild-mannered. To the point where it almost sounds like there's not, like she's overreacting. Like there's nothing happening. You know what I mean? Like Ashley Sherman has calmed herself down to the point where it's like, hey, I don't even hear anyone in the background. Like everything seems fine.
Labrat, I disagree, Labrat. Labrat says this show is missing Kumia during segments like these.
Well, I suspect it wouldn't be the free episode if old Uncle Anthony was on.
No way.
God, I've seen. I texted you, didn't I, last week? Kumia tweet. I thought that was you. I sent that to. But yes, I sent it to someone where I came across an Anthony Cumia tweet where he was just like, he's just going for it now. He's like, that's the problem with these fucking people. I'm like, Anthony, Jesus Christ.
He calls them all sorts of names and shit.
Yeah, he does not. Now it's just, it's hard to defend, even for me.
Kumia has some wild tweets, is right, Labrat. Yes.
Yeah, I would assume he is on the side of the 911 operator. We may have gotten a good old-fashioned debate if Anthony were on. Actually, we wouldn't have. I would have been like, oh, you're so wrong. You're right, Anthony. I know. Look at the statistics. I know. It is disproportionate. I mean, he's not doing anything. I know, Chicago, exactly. I know. They're not doing anything about
it. He uses a lot of pointing your finger at words.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
I think he's gonna harm himself.
He's being aggressive. He has sent text message. I took the keys out. They're in your car. He's trying to leave now in the house. He's being aggressive. He's wrestling with my uncle. He's threatening to kill himself. He has sent text messages.
Ma'am, please. Which move is he doing? Has he pulled out the suplex yet? Ma'am, quit rambling and tell me if he's dropped the people's elbow. What do you mean fighting?
That'd be so great. He does a Thez press.
Hang himself. He's saying that if the police show up, so please don't shoot is what I'm asking.
So now, okay, let me get in the head of Ashley Sherman here, and it's something I'm not even being a wise ass. It's something I can't even imagine. Because she knows that her husband's all fucked up and that he's a large black gentleman who's inebriated. So she's saying, hey, please, for the love of God, tell the cop he's not dangerous. Don't pull out your guns when you get here. And please don't murder my husband on sight.
Yeah. Because he did say he was going to fight them, but just know he has 0 weapons.
Right. Which seems like a fairly reasonable request, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of gross that she has to say it, if we're being honest.
Let's get super liberal. Oh, you're darn right, Craig. It's disgusting. The patriarchy.
I mean, she really should have been calling like a therapist to come by, not the police.
Yeah, that'd be great if she was like, is there a social worker I can talk to, please? You don't seem to be helping.
You clearly don't know how to talk to people.
Say that again.
He has no weapon.
He says if the police show up,
he said if the police show up, that he'll try to fight them. So they need to understand that he is.
Okay. Listen, just what's your phone number there?
Hey, listen, just fucking calm down. What's the worst that happened? He beats the shit out of you like that doesn't happen. Come on, quit being a baby.
physical with anybody there? You said he's trying to fight
Yes,
your uncle?
yes, it has. Yes, it has.
How has it been physical?
He just tried to fight him.
Okay, trying to fight somebody and actually being
Yes,
physical
he
is
did.
two
He
different
did. All
things.
the way
Like, is he a big pussy that just talks a lot of shit? Or is he fucking sacked up and done something?
Well, if he's trying to fight or wrestle someone, there's shoving and shit going on, and people are avoiding doing it.
Everyone knows what she means.
Right.
He's well, what do you mean trying? Is he a little bitch about it? Is he just talking shit and not going to back it up?
Was he a fucking pussy? he gets a 21-year-old quote therapist fresh out of college.
Hey, ma'am, quit running your yap. I need to know, has Hulkamania ensued yet? What level are we talking here?
It's a social worker, like he's hitting Edelman over the middle. He was from the Legion of Boom, so don't forget that.
1 to 10, 1 being a hit with a feather. And 10, I don't know, getting fucking hit by a NFL linebacker. Well, it's funny you say that, 911 operator. This man has the strength of an NFL defensive back. And then, the funny thing about that is this lady would be like, oh, bullshit.
Well, that's what, when she even goes, it's Richard Sherman. The lady's like, so? Like, who the fuck?
You mean free agent Richard Sherman? He can't even sign with a team? That has been?
That's such a, I guarantee that's such a common name. This is Richard Sherman. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, this lady probably doesn't know who Richard Sherman is, but that'd be great if she just responded like, hey, lady, this is not yelling at Aaron Andrews, Richard Sherman. This is well past his prime, Richard Sherman. You guys got nothing to worry about.
That'd be great though if she's like, it's Richard Sherman, and the operator was like, oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Ashley, I am such a Hawks fan. Love the Seahawks. Richard did so much for us.
He still lives here in the off season. Oh my god.
You know what, Ashley? Legion of Boom till I die. We're gonna get a car right out there for you.
Because he's still in Washington State. He went back up. He was on the Giants. I mean, sorry,
Giants?
Not the Giants, not the Giants, the 49ers.
Niners, right? Yeah. Okay.
I went San Francisco, wrong sport.
Yeah. I was gonna say I didn't think he was on the Giants.
No.
Physical.
He's pulling out now. He's trying to leave. He's leaving in the Maybach.
What kind of car?
It's a 2016 black Mercedes BB3425.
They probably shouldn't have left that in.
They should definitely not have left that part in, but that's also where the conversation should have stopped. They have the fucking license plate.
And the address.
Yes.
And the phone number.
That's why the next series of questions is hilarious.
Well, yeah, but hold on. I can't get past this now. Are license plates easily researchable? Could I just look up your license plate right now if I wanted to?
No. Some weirdo internet people can definitely do it.
Why the fuck would they leave that in? That's psychotic.
No idea. But the cops have a computer. They can type that in, and literally all the information she's about to ask will pop up.
Yeah, that I can't. So again, I get that she has to get information, but there's a better way to do it. Even if Ashley Sherman has not given her the proper information yet, there's a calmer tone where you go, "Hey, ma'am, I know you're going through something right now, but we really need, if we are going to get help out there, we need, you know what I mean? It's a lot." I feel like you could finesse it a little more. And hey, bitch, quit yapping and give me some fucking info here. Don't you fucking interrupt me. I'm talking.
Shut your mouth, ho! Give me that license plate. She just turns it on.
Ashley Sherman's like, where did I call?
Ma'am, you are belligerent. She starts.
Do I have the wrong number? I swear I dialed 911.
Sounds like a downtown McDonald's. What the fuck did I call?
Richard, please stop.
Boy. Hello.
BBBB3425.
You know what the 911 operator is doing right now? She's giving the same look I give Alba when I can't get my parents off the phone. Like, okay, yep, you're still going, huh? Yeah, okay, that's okay, great. He's getting in the car. Terrific.
Because a lot of the times, the 911 operators do like the stay on the phone until someone gets there thing. But
she's like, "Can I please get off this phone?"
Yeah, Jerry pointed out this morning, she never said the cops were on their way or anything. Like, she never let
No,
her.
she didn't. That's the other thing where Ashley Sherman might have just gone, "Okay, thank you,
Right.
goodbye."
Because she didn't really seem like she was being threatened. It was like everyone around her.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a trained 911 operator. I have no training in law enforcement. However, my detection skills picked up on the fact that she is trying to stop her drunk husband from taking the car, which is why she's yelling, "Richard, please stop." And this lady's like, "Oh, hello."
Well, earlier in the call, the weirdest part was she tells Richard where the keys are.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, you're right about that.
She goes, "I took them off. They're on the seat." he's like, "Hey, thanks, baby. I'm going out on the town."
Good. I'm glad we found something we could blame her for. But I haven't been blaming the victim enough in this.
We haven't found the alley yet. We're getting there.
I mean, the keys are right over there. Surely you're not going to take them, right? What?
I unplugged the security gate.
Well, I just told Richard where the keys are. There's no chance of him driving away. Oh, no!
Stop! Please stop!
Is that a sedan, SUV?
It's just a black sedan Mercedes SUV.
Okay.
He's not going to be able to get out the gate. I cut it off.
Ashley Sherman has been so thorough.
I know.
I could have found this guy.
And like I said,
I could have tracked down Richard Sherman with the details that she has given.
Like I said, too, this woman who's on the phone has a computer in front of her where she can get all this information in a split second.
Right. But I'm sure it helps the cops to not have to do that. That I will say, I guess.
I mean, she could have been done with it, I don't know, 30 seconds.
Oh, well, obviously. But now, I think right now is where she starts to get real ridiculous, right?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you cut it off?
I cut the gate. We live behind it. It's Richard Sherman.
Oh!
This is like emergency. I need officers here now.
Richard Sherman?
Lost to the Patriots, Richard Sherman?
One of the great defensive backs of our modern era, Richard Sherman? Well, then, ma'am, I am sorry. I've been treating you like a regular black person. I didn't know that this was an important case.
Yeah, he went to Stanford. That's pretty white. Stanford.
Also, I gotta say about your boy Jerry. Mm-hmm. Is there something I don't know about Richard Sherman, or is this his first incident?
He's just like a pompous ass. That's what he was.
Yeah, doing. Okay, but Jerry calling him a fucking asshole is, everyone. If he's being physically threatening or physically violent, then he deserves some sort of punishment, whatever that is. But I don't think this incident makes him a piece of shit necessarily.
I think he was more referring to like the Aaron Andrews stuff.
Well, even that, he's just coming off the field off of a crazy game. He's a shit talker. I don't think being a shit talker makes you a bad guy.
I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I just
well, you won't say anything until Carano's officially hired.
Well, no, I don't. I definitely don't agree that he's an asshole because of this one phone call.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. We'll get back to Richard Sherman in a moment. You really trashing Carano on your way out of the Jerry Callahan podcast.
How so?
Oh, making fun of him for being an old man going through a midlife crisis.
All right, if you can't take that as a fucking joke,
saying he's a loser.
Never said that.
Said you hope he drowns in this stupid surfing lesson, as you called it.
That was actually, I'm pretty sure Jerry did say that.
Yeah,
the stupid surfing,
and you silently consented.
I hate. Yeah, too liberal again, Mike. I have to get like a too liberal alarm to play.
It's very me. Carano's a good pal of mine, and I don't care of you speaking so ill of him. Is all I'm saying.
He's very nice to me.
Well, you say that now that you're being called out. Go listen to the Jerry Callahan podcast, folks. You'll hear.
Last time I talked to him, I was asking him for the intro song to Jerry's show. This was back.
Yeah, that's what Craig does. He uses Matt for information, and then behind his back talks all kind of shit.
No, then I did it on a microphone.
See, he admits it. I got him.
It was a fucking joke. If you can't think that is a joke,
no. Gearheads watching live, I would appreciate if you tweet out right now, tag Matt Carano, and let him know all the trash that Craig has been talking about.
You guys are on my side. Remember that. You're here for truth and integrity.
No. You want none of that, and you know it.
I made a fun. He looks 29, so I said he had a midlife crisis. It's funny, people.
No. The Gearheads surge.
No.
Attack.
No.
Unleash hell.
I need the VGB to counteract this.
Matt Carano is going to get up to 6 tweets about this. Right. Back to Richard Sherman.
Extra goodies.
Thank you, Jerry.
You need to stop telling me that.
I'll tell you what I
Oh, you got to rewind. You need to stop telling me that. Oh, God, this again. You're in danger. We get it. You think I don't get a million of those fucking calls a day? Oh, Ashley Sherman's the only one in danger. Blah, blah, blah.
Next time, why don't you use Russell Wilson's name? Maybe we'll get out there.
Hey, Ashley, if you want me to answer next time, you're going to cut to the fucking... Give me some information. Or this will be the last time we accept your phone call.
He shouldn't have left our team. Click.
I got to hear that again when she tells her to fucking quit yapping.
Richard Sherman, like, ma'am, this is like emergency. I need officers
Hey,
here
listen
now.
to me. I'm handling this. You need to stop telling me that.
I'll tell you what I
I'm
know.
not going to slow help.
Boy, I was surprised Jerry used the word when you were talking to him about this, but what a bitch. I mean, what a colossal bitch this late 911 operator is being.
That's the most universally agreed upon take in the last 40.
Oh my God. You need to listen to me. It's like this lady was auditioning for Karen.
She was a principal originally.
She's like, well, you know, a lot of these white ladies are getting accused of racism, but they haven't been in law enforcement.
Yeah, she's definitely got principal energy, putting her in detention. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just an overworked, overstressed high school vice principal.
Vice principal gets all the hate.
Boy, I do feel bad. Like looking back now, when I think of certain things, like East Long Meadow had kids from Springfield come in.
Yep.
And anytime they like acted up, I remember teachers handling them differently. The inner city kids handling them differently than us white retards. And that's the voice. It just came back. I haven't thought about it in 12 years, whenever I graduated high school, 10 years ago. But that it all came flooding back to me when I heard that, when you made that comparison, that lady's got principal energy. That's exactly what it is.
I got to say, Mike, it appears the VGB is attacked first.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you betrayed me. What have they said?
Oh, no.
What have they done?
Hold on. I didn't expect to hear Blind Mike trash Matthew Carano on his show tonight. Big respect to Craig for sticking up for Carano.
That's very funny.
Someone said on Blind Mike Project, and Visionless Dave said, yes, live right now.
That's very funny. Was that the only one, or have there been more?
I don't know. That's the only one I saw.
That's very funny. But now I know who my friends are, you know?
You are the VGB.
I don't care for that. Call off your goons. No, that's very funny. It'd be great if I get a call from Carano.
I was explaining the whole KMS world to Mike's wife, and she was a big O&A fan. And
she was too.
Yeah, so I was talking about the fans, and I said they're like the pests without the racism.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Actually, yeah,
I thought so.
But That's the way to do it, by the way. Whatever you just read, was that Visionless Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Instead of just being like, oh, like, Mike's an asshole or something like that. It's funny to phrase it like, boy, I didn't expect Mike to be talking shit about Carano, because that's more believable, which is funny.
Man, the best part, my phone's about to die too, so I'm not gonna be able to follow along.
Yeah.
Fuck the phone, I don't need it. But that was funny.
All right. So this now, if you're just joining us, this lady is essentially mansplaining to Ashley Sherman how you're supposed to report a crime.
Talking to me is not going to slow help down.
Okay, well, what I needed to know is that he.
What's your name?
My name is Ashley Sherman.
Ooh.
You know what his date of birth is?
338.
Okay, slow down so I can understand you. What's the date of birth?
Don't give it to me in Ebonics, ma'am. I don't need you hippity hopping all over the date. Just shoot me straight here.
Just like, did you listen to We Just Skanks this week? Their Zoom show?
No, not that one. No.
Oh my god, they played this video. There was this white guy who's like, "Oh, I'm friends with the cops," and he starts dropping the N-word to all the people around him, and then says his address.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I did hear that then. I think I did.
It made the rounds on Twitter, but it was just wicked funny. It was similar to this.
Because she said, rewind. She says the date pretty clearly, right?
She says
Doesn't she like 3:30:88 or something like that?
Everything comes across like she's in the room next to her.
Yeah. If I get it right, I don't know if I got the date right. If I got it right, that means we riffed for a minute and a half, and I still remembered. That's how good Ashley Sherman gave the date out. She did what high school teachers couldn't do to me, is got me to learn and remember something.
This is interesting.
You know what his date of birth is?
338.
Okay,
3:38. I was right.
understand you. What's
The saddest thing is he is like a year older than me. Makes me feel very old. I'm like, wow, this guy's been in the league for a long time.
Oh, that rewind 1 second. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing when she said the date. I was like, he's only 3 years older than me. Oh boy.
Yikes.
Do you know what his date of birth is?
338.
Okay, just slow down so I can understand.
Ma'am, don't give it to me in a clickety-clack language. Please. Just in plain English, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Court says, what does his birthday even fucking matter?
Of course it doesn't matter. What is she going to do? Wait, are the cops going to get there and just walk around outside? Are there any 88 birthdays here? Anyone born in 1988, step forward.
Right here.
That's how they catch criminals.
Yeah.
All of you with 1988 birthdays, please. The rest of you can go home. Thank you. You've been a great help. Thank you.
You're not black enough. Go away.
Richard Sherman and like 3 other people step forward. They're like, boy, this is going to be tricky.
They pull an I'm Spartacus. Get out of it.
If only the woman on the phone described exactly who you were to me instead of just giving your birthday. This fucking I've started to get with shit like this. This is why like all the people that cry racism all the time have done such a disservice, because there is genuine racism. Like I think this is very subtle racism by this lady.
Yeah.
Where she's like, oh, another, I deal with this all the time, even though Ashley Sherman's being perfectly polite.
She's treating her like one of the ones that are like boxing cashiers through drive-through windows.
Right.
Date of birth?
March 30th.
You know what this lady is? What's the movie? Is it Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie that like she goes to like teach a school of urban youths?
No, it's the hot or not girl from The Office.
Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this 911 operator on the phone is the lady who quit in frustration before Hillary Swank got there. There's just no teaching you people.
Yeah. I like
Stand you. What?
Boy, this one may not be able to be free either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I gotta be honest, this is way worse than last night.
No, it's fine.
Extra goodies.
If you want, if you want more racism, go to patreon.com/blindmike and check out tiers as little as $1 a month, or you get 2 months free if you sign up for a full year at $5 or $10 levels. And we've got all sorts of bonus content. Isn't that right, Jerry?
Goodies. Extra goodies. Extra goodies.
Thank you. That's one for each show. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, because I was trying when we're in person, this extra goodies bit's gonna fly even better.
Oh, good.
Because I started it and then you said something else. I clicked it twice.
Let me hear it again.
Extra goodies.
That just makes me feel good. All right, continue.
March 30th, 1988.
Does anybody need an ambulance?
I'm good for Ashley Sherman.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, bitch, what wasn't clear about the first time I said it? Do you not know what the third month is?
She didn't even swear at all.
Ashley Sherman is a saint. She's dealing with this maniac all drunk off a bottle of vodka and Hennessy, going off and wrestling her uncle.
Hey, bear, I just gotta go pick up a pack of smokes and be right back.
Yeah, he's getting in the car. She's dealing with utter madness. And then this, I'll just say it, cunt on the phone.
Whoa!
Ashley Sherman is dealing with a world of shit right now.
Physical.
No, we don't need an ambulance.
Okay. And he does not have any.
That lady, if she wanted to be a real bitch, just missed a real opportunity. Go back for a second.
She is so calm. It's impressive.
Go back for just 1 second.
1988.
Does anybody need an ambulance there? You said it was physical.
No, we don't need an ambulance.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess it didn't get that physical. So he was only trying to fight, but the pussy didn't do anything, did he? What are you even calling us for?
That'd have been great if she's like, that's what I've been fucking saying.
Oh, so you don't need an ambulance. So remember when I said there's a difference between trying to fight someone and actually fighting someone? Your husband's the little bitch who doesn't actually do it.
Ashley
Go
Sherman,
back when he pulls the trigger.
yeah, Ashley Sherman's about to be like, can I hang up now? They already came and got him.
Why have you kept me? Why have you made me go through this?
Does not have any weapons or access to weapons?
No. No.
Okay. And how much has he had to drink tonight?
2 bottles.
2 bottles of what?
What does that possibly matter?
If it was beer, I guess.
2 bottles of what? Was it a little pussy shit? Huh? Is he being a little bitch?
I was thinking about that. I was like, I guess she could have thought she meant beer, which definitely would change the situation.
Hey, so what?
Right.
Then he's not drunk and fighting her uncle and taking the car out. I don't. What's the fucking difference? The woman's calling the cops. Does it matter how drunk he is? By the way, have they ever said that when someone gets pulled over for drunk driving? Oh, that's all you had?
Pussy. Yeah, that'd be great if the operator was like, sounds more of like a Richard O. Sherman, if you ask me.
Oh, what was he drinking? Margaritas like a little bitch? What do you have? Some White Claws?
I bet he takes his martinis dirty.
Yeah. Call me back when he slugs down some tequila like a fucking man. Hangs up.
Now, a vodka and Hennessy.
Okay, hard alcohol.
This alcohol. He's intoxicated.
Okay, sir. I'm only going to talk to one person, so please put the Ashley.
I haven't heard this far in.
Me either. I've stopped at this point every time. Maybe it's a different video, I guess.
Hey, one of you people is enough. I mean, what a shitty. I'm only going to talk to one person, not the man who was reportedly assaulted earlier in the phone call.
This phone call's adding $5,000 to my property tax.
Intoxicated.
Okay, sir.
He needs
I'm only going to talk to one person, so please.
I'm already trying to handle this bitch. I don't need you fucking.
Is the sheriff on the way?
Listen, it's over on dispatch. Okay, it's tough then. So please. Put the
Whoa! I think I ended at the drinking thing.
Me too, because she's like, I think this lady's just lonely because she's like, is the sheriff on the way? And she's like, listen,
lady, listen, I know I never once mentioned it, but yeah, they're coming. Oh, I know you're fearing for your life, but it'll be like 20 minutes. You telling me you don't have 20 minutes in you?
hard alcohol.
It's alcohol. He's intoxicated.
Okay, sir.
He needs.
I'm only going to talk to one person, so please put the phone down and talk to Ashley.
Okay, is the sheriff on the way?
Okay, listen, it's over on dispatch.
come on, hang out with me.
No, I see. I hear it a different way. I hear like she's trying to get him off the phone. Like, oh God, just quit. What do you want, the sheriff? You really think this is important enough to ask for the sheriff? The sheriff's busy.
See, I took it as I'm bored.
I thought we were bonding, Ashley. Come on. Now this guy's getting in the way. We really had something.
Batch, okay? Talking to me is not going to slow anything else down.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Someone gets killed, bro. Like,
Okay, I'll let you off the line. The officers have the information.
Wow, good for Ashley throwing that dig in at the end.
What did she say? I missed it.
She said, well, if someone gets killed.
Oh yeah. They're on their way. Well, that's what I mean too. She's like, he's bombed and he's going behind a car. I don't know. There's kids in this neighborhood.
Boy, do you think that 911 operator was like, fuck, I wish I knew who Richard Sherman was?
Poodle Dick says he would have kept calling 911 and hanging up because the cops would have shown up faster.
Yeah, like Jesse Pinkman. Dial 911 and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. It's just fucking.
Although, is that true with cell phones?
I don't know.
They're not like they're not tracking them in that moment, are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. By the way, a little intel. I asked the question on KMS about one phone call.
Yep.
I said, do they let you look through your phone? At least according to Kingpin Pete, who has some experience. He said they do not. And he said he was lucky because he goes, somehow I just had like 4 of my friends' numbers memorized. I didn't realize it, but I did in that moment. I don't know what you would have done if you don't, you know?
I don't even know my wife's phone number off.
I don't know Alba's. I could get pretty close. I think I know the Warthog's number.
I would get close with my wife. I know my mom's.
Yeah.
I know my dad's.
Yeah, I know my parents because they had that before I even had a cell phone, I think.
Yeah, they haven't changed theirs either.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's. I hope Ashley Sherman's all right. It seems like, unless there's more, I don't know if you've seen any more than I have, Craig. It seems like, by all accounts, and even according to Ashley Sherman, that it was just a drunken incident and no one was harmed or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Was he actually? I wonder if he was actually suicidal or not.
I don't know.
There's two. I mean, there's 2 versions of that. There's one where the guy is really going through something and has some issues, and there's one where you drink a bottle of vodka and a bottle of Hennessy and go, "I'm gonna fucking kill myself." They call that the Mike Geary. Although there's some truth in that one.
You guys don't fucking get me anymore.
No one gets it. So yeah, I hate. I got one. Someone on Twitter said today, like, imagine being this big a crybaby when you make millions of dollars or something like that.
I saw that.
It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think mental problems go away because you play for the fucking Seahawks for a few years. You know, and also he's at a shitty point in his career. Like he's a free agent. He probably was, he wasn't going to make the money that he was making.
Right. Carano's now in the mix, and I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of I think the Gearheads and the VGB are going to war. That's what
but they're all one, are they not?
I thought so. we're at the Civil War portion of our Marvel-like story.
Oh no! Put down your weapons, folks. It's not time for this yet. Wow, what's happening? Tell me.
I can't tell. There's a clip that PGA posted. I'm curious as to what it is.
We're gonna listen to ourselves now.
Yeah, I'm curious what the clip is.
You really trashing Carano on your way out of the Jerry Callahan podcast. There he is, PGA Minahan, a geary guy. An old man going through a midlife crisis.
All right, if you can't take that as a fucking joke,
and he's a loser.
Never said that.
He said you might be drowns in this.
You know what's funny? I just paused this because I thought you were talking, but it was you in the clip.
Stupid surfing lesson, as you called it.
That was. I mean, that's not PGA. That's not that.
No. Well, in a way, I appreciate PGA Minahan putting in context, but in a way, that kind of ruins the bit. Now, Carano.
Oh, yeah, I know. When the tides turn, he's all for context, isn't he?
Who, me?
Yeah. The other guy.
Well, I just want the truth to be out there. I appreciate PGA Minahan doing that. He knows that you were the one bashing Carano, and he let it be known.
I was making a playful, fun joke.
Well, I guess that's for the people going to war online to decide. Oh, that's fun. That's good fun stuff. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, we did a long time on that.
I know. I'm gonna grab my water though. Hold on 1 second.
I was gonna say, do you mind going a little long?
I don't give a shit. We haven't done a live show in like 3 years. It feels.
Yeah. All right. We'll give the people a little bonus content. So go grab your water. I guess I'll wait to take a sip of mine. Yeah. So we've got for you guys, Judge Joe Brown. I don't know if you remember him, but well, he may be a little more extreme than I am on the cause. How long is Craig taking to get this water, for Christ's sake? I can't see anything. Well, look. All right. Well, now that Craig's gone, guys, I think what you can do is just start, say, hey, after PGA Minahan. Say after. What? Oh, you're back.
Yeah. You dirty.
I don't leave my post.
I just went to get my water. It was on the other side of the room.
I was about to say, I was going to go PGA Minahan. Now say hey, that was all in good fun, but then they really got into it, and Craig says he hates you.
I mean, if Visionless Dave is the general of the VGB, I feel pretty confident.
Yeah, you should be honored by that. That's tough. That's going to be tough to overcome. Although I like this PGA Minahan. He's good with the clips.
He's very good. He's such a motherfucker sometimes, let me tell you.
Yeah, you know what? Thinking back, I hope there's a few quotes he doesn't get me on.
He was the one that I was like, yeah, we're all family. We're in here together, you know?
It's good to have him on my side, I think.
Yeah. Vigilance Dave says he's still a gearhead.
Oh, good. Thank you, Dave.
When I was in here and Jerry was calling me and I held it up to the camera, I'm like, you guys can keep a secret, right?
We should leave out your phone number somehow in that. Or Jerry's. That'd be hilarious.
I stared at my phone to make sure there was no number on it before I turned it around. I was like, how's this going to blow up?
So, yeah, we'll do a little overtime here. I mean, not really overtime. We go over an hour often, but yeah, I feel like this could take a while.
Yep.
So, strap in, kids. Buckle in. Judge Joe Brown. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was kind of like Judge Judy reigned supreme, right? Was Judge Joe Brown ever number one? Probably not.
Sorry.
What?
Carano's still confused, I think.
Why?
He has responded to Visionless Dave. It says, if true, still a big blind Mike guy and old Iron Face is pretty cool too.
Boy, I gotta say, that's a stand-up guy right there, Matt Carano.
He really is. Now, don't fucking pull
And
this
PGA
shit.
Minahan, I'd like you to cut it off when I am done speaking there.
He did. It made me go, you're bullshit and you're lying. So maybe PGA's secret VGB. I mean, be the propaganda is a pretty awesome tagline, gotta admit.
I suppose. Did you steal that from someone?
No, I was just going off of the KGB ripoff that is VGB.
Okay.
All about propaganda.
Well, I mean, with this controversy brewing, we may not even be able to get to Judge Joe Brown.
Oh no, we're getting to Judge Joe Brown.
I feel like we have to.
Yes.
So yeah, I think everyone our age would remember Judge Joe Brown. Basically, if you stayed home sick, he was one of 3 options you had.
He doesn't look well.
No?
No. When he's watching, remember what fucking movie was it with the dude with the linebacker from Waterboy?
The linebacker? The white guy?
He's like, hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
He's got that kind of situation going on in his eyes.
Oh no.
Yeah, he looks, one's barely open.
Well, that might have been caused because it sounds like Joe lived quite a life. It sounds like maybe he had some fun in his day. So don't cry too much for old Joe when you hear some of his takes. You guys think I'm, maybe a little out there on the cause, even though I don't know where that came from, to be honest. Well, I do know where it came from, but it's not true, damn it. Don't you hate when things are said about you that aren't true and they become a thing?
Oh yeah. You know what I hate?
What's that?
I'm gonna play this real quick. This is the beginning of this interview. It has nothing to do with the interview. Just this is an annoying sentence.
Welcome back to Black News Tonight.
Why? What's your problem with that?
It's a classic case of imagine if it was white news tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also like Black Sports Online and that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I don't have a huge problem with. You're right, of course, if it was done the other way around, but I don't have a real problem with it. They're talking about black news.
That's true. Black on black.
We talk about white news. A lady was wronged on the phone by some woman harassing her, pretending to report a crime.
I was gonna say, yeah, her husband was drunk.
Some prank caller was bothering this nice white lady.
Said Bill Cosby is not innocent. He has not been exonerated. His release means that Cosby, a sexual predator, was incarcerated within a criminal legal system that has as little regard for its own rules and procedures as does Cosby for his victims. And you were
TV character, what do you think about this? Hey, judge with a fake gavel.
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on this?
You said
he hasn't had any. Law is a baseless accusation. It has no weight.
No, so under the law, I think we're on the same page again. But part of the problem
is in the 4th and 5th grade, not law school. American law means when somebody makes an accusation, that's all it is. It has no weight. If there's probable cause, you have somebody answer.
That's got to be disheartening if you're in Judge Joe Brown's courtroom.
Yeah, you got the idea of where he's going to be this whole time. I'm going to skip ahead a slight little bit.
It has no weight. Imagine if old Judge Joe Brown was overseeing your trial. You're like, oh, damn it.
For Black News,
I'm the one making the accusation.
For Black News Tonight, it sounds pretty white defense attorney, if you ask me.
Well, hey, you're saying they should all be on the side of the cause?
It's like, I thought I was just, being like, here's some, we apologize. Here's Cosby back.
No, I'll say, I don't even think, obviously during the OJ thing, it was kind of racially divided. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's as much of the case with Cosby.
No, this is all agreed on.
Especially because there's black women involved, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's involved. Cosby's not racist.
No, he didn't discriminate. That's the nice thing about Cosby.
Yeah,
if you're looking for silver linings, the man didn't discriminate. He held true to his values.
We're like dusting off dinosaur bones. We're gonna find it eventually. The way to go about this defense.
come home because the prosecutor was wrong. But Bill Cosby also has.
We got an ad. We got an ad, folks.
Oh boy, we're never gonna. I feel like we've heard 9 words of this fucking clip.
It's about to be where we want it to be.
Okay. So how's your day? Just waiting.
So
how's the family?
How's the fishing trip coming?
Oh, I'm home alone this weekend, by the way. Alba's gone for the weekend.
I'm so jealous.
It's kind of nice.
I am so jealous.
Live free, you know?
Yeah.
I get lonely. So, that's the only thing, I guess. You may find me hanging from the rafters, but we'll see.
You know, after you get married and have kids, you're going to think back to this conversation about like, I was really not looking forward to being by myself that weekend. And that's all you fucking think about.
Oh, no. I look forward to it. I do enjoy my alone time. That's for sure.
I haven't had any. 7 years.
Poor guy.
I don't know. Just give me a weekend, somebody.
Your kids are 7?
No, but I'm just saying we start dating and like all that crap. I got 5 and 1.
Okay.
1.5, I guess. I don't know. I don't count months. Wrong. But Bill Cosby also has to be accountable for what he represents and for acts of and for predator-like behavior.
What about these women doing?
Have a little tact. If I gotta say, as someone with a little experience, if this is gonna be your defense, you got to approach it a little more subtly than that. What about these dumb broads opening their traps? Who's going to blame them? Where's their accountability?
The bimbos come to the party.
Joe has a great. He starts talking about. Is this where he talks about? He equates it to drunk driving.
This I'm pretty sure in my notes I wrote 12 minutes with an exclamation mark because it was a gigantic mess of stuff.
Okay,
I think
it's very thorough.
You'll hear.
Well, no, sex, drugs, rock and roll, sex, drugs, rap, sex, drugs, baseball, football, basketball, movies, television.
I have no idea.
See.
Oh, here is where he is basically blaming the victims for getting fucked by Cosby.
Craig, you know what? I was able to deduce that, actually.
Oh.
I got the sense of that when he said, where's the accountability for these women?
Well, that's what he's saying. You know, they're groupies. They were going there to do that. You know, sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Oh, so yeah, there's a lot of baseball groupies. What is he? How old is Judge Joe Brown?
This is
1938?
98, dude. That was a big time baseball group.
That's true. All these baseball groupies. And Jared Carrabis is actually, you know what? I'm sure Jared Carrabis does pretty well. I take it back. There are baseball groupies, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but right now I'm talking about Bill Cosby. I'm saying
we forgot what that term meant: sex, drugs, rock and roll. The bimbos come to the party. They hang out. They get drunk. They snort lines of blow, and they have a good time.
So Joe is saying, hey, what's the difference if Cosby drugged him? They're doing drugs anyways. Is that the defense?
Lines of blow.
I always wonder with the guys like this. Was he always a curmudgeon? Or did he have his day where he partied? You know what I mean? Because he seems like an old fuddy-duddy.
He was like the strict guy.
Oh, was he as a judge?
Yeah.
They were groupies. They used the hall closets to give head, the bathrooms to get down, and you go in to get the coat off.
I love his lingo, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's very 70s of him.
Judge Joe, I'll tell you this. I don't think he'd be a fun guy, but he might have some fun stories from his judging days. You know, he might be on the wrong side of history in a lot of those cases, but...
And they're laying on top of it doing somebody. See, that's what that's about. So,
yeah, but
let's not
it has to be consensual, though.
30, 40, 50 years after something was
not even listening to this guy.
When this stuff started out,
the guy makes a not just a valid point, the only point, really.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it has to be consensual. Pipe down, son.
Shut up.
Your elders are talking.
They had a fondness for Quaaludes.
Why does he say it like that?
I have no idea.
Quaaludes. With shit like that, when you get to that age, I mean, maybe Quaaludes doesn't come up enough, but you would think there must have been some case where it was relevant at some point. Someone in his life must have at some point said, "That's how you say that?"
I mean, he's definitely tried like 28,000 cases on Quaaludes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there at no point did someone say, "Go, I don't think you're saying." Is that how it's said? I don't think so.
By the way, the chat is giving me some, you know, I feel bad for saying what I said because they're all saying if this channel's like this all the time, I'm gonna watch it. So that's
what channel's like this all the time?
Black News channel, the Black News channel.
What do you feel bad for? I don't understand.
Remember, I said this bugs me.
Oh! Why everyone knew what you meant. Don't you know? You should feel worse about the horrible things you said about Corona.
I said nothing about Corona.
That's for the public to decide.
You're such a piece of shit.
Now play.
Was going on. And a lot of women got into it deeply.
Okay, but so there's two things you raised.
The
But
point
first,
is,
but first we
Neither of them let the other one talk, by the way.
I don't think this is that. Is there another point where this gets more interesting?
It's more or less the same.
Ah, damn, there's an exact. I was looking for when he says, you know, in a drunk driving case, it used to be the person's fault for getting drunk and getting behind the wheel. Now it's the bartender's fault for serving them. And that was his analogy.
Oh fuck! That is coming up. That is coming up.
Okay, you gotta hear that.
we can talk about the woman, but let's talk about Bill Cosby. Let's talk about Bill Cosby for a second, because that's the person we're talking about. My question was: is there room to? What did he do? Well, according to the deposition, he gave.
Sometimes you can. Used to be you could. They had a change in there back 25 years ago when they were saying you can. Used to be you could. They had a change in there back 25 years ago when they were saying no, you can't. But before that, basically you could. That's why they told you.
So, but we're talking about the laws.
Does Judge Joe Brown not know what happened?
I don't think so.
I think he thinks that these girls are getting all fucked up and banging Cosby and then waking up the next morning and going, oh, darn, I got drunk and had sex last night.
Kissy, kissy, poo, seduction, clothes come off.
I suspect the honorable judge doesn't quite know the facts of this case.
I don't think so.
Appeal to the law. If the law says that you can't be
intoxication, where you did something to them they didn't consent to. See, that's when that law started changing from you got yourself drunk, you're responsible to know the bartender's responsible because he lets you get drunk. That's when that changed.
Now, I just want to be clear here, because maybe it's a little fuzzy. The analogy is that Bill Cosby is a bartender distributing Quaaludes, as he says, to, you know, just free of will people coming up to his Quaalude bar.
They had a fondness for Quaaludes.
And they're saying, Bill, could I have some Quaaludes? And they can't handle their shit. And then they're bitching about it.
Lines of blow.
Boy, Judge Joe Brown is glossing right over where Bill Cosby is unknowingly drugging these women. Now that's a beautiful defense that I couldn't even muster up for the cause.
They used the hall closets to give head.
Use the hall closets to give head.
He's from boy. He's talking about something awfully specific.
I know.
They use the hall closets. Judge Joe Brown went to one party and then really held on to that for the next 80 years.
He's admitting, Bill Cosby's admitting to giving women alcohol and pills for the purpose of having sex. And if by the law you can't consent if you're drunk or high,
or you have a party or something.
Now, again, I want to make sure everyone's capturing this here, because perhaps it went over your head. Judge Joe Brown is suggesting that a man, by the way, a man who resided over cases, I suspect much smaller than this, but still, women were involved in these cases at times. And this is a man who equates getting drugged and raped to having a couple of glasses of wine and, firing off a thoughtless text.
They were groupies.
You know how they are. Am I right, Judge?
After we leave the 5-star restaurant, we got a nice walk in the park. I got a DUI and killed somebody.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Judge Joe Brown is a nut. You guys, it's like an 18-minute video. You guys can go watch it at your leisure if you'd like. But Judge Joe Brown's off his rock. With guys like this, I always wonder if this is him maybe trying to remain in the public eye somehow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's at a show in a long, no one fucking pays attention to Judge Joe Brown. Or is this a guy who has repressed a lot of sexist thoughts over the years, and now that he's not on the fictional bench, he can just let him fly?
I think he's legit a judge.
Oh, I mean, yeah, those are real judges, but small claims court and shit.
There's no way he was like, I'll come on your show. He was definitely approached. They were like, black judges, okay.
Yeah, but do you think of Judge Joe Brown? I guess if you're, Black News TV, I don't know how many high-profile guests you're getting, but...
Is he not still on TV?
Judge Joe Brown?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he look it?
I mean...
He looks pretty grim.
His speaking is fine. Just what's coming out is nonsense.
Sure, yeah, well... Let me put it to you this way. If he's still on TV, he ain't on TV anymore.
That'd be great, though, if, some girl got, nope, I'm not going to finish that sentence on camera. Girl...
We can all figure out what you meant.
Some girl had something happen, and he was like, you deserved it, ho, and smashed his gavel.
Hey, imagine me trying to defend this one as cancel culture run amok. I'm like, what? He just said they were asking for it. Who knows? We weren't there.
They had a fondness for quaaludes.
I mean, we don't know that he's wrong. Maybe they did.
My place or yours. Put you in the cab, paid your fare, tipped the man.
That sounds like a nice date.
Yeah.
That sounds like a nice consensual date, Judge.
Lines of blow.
Well, hey, who among us hasn't,
Kissy, kissy, poo, seduction, clothes come off.
Seduction. Yes. The artist of seduction, Bill Cosby.
I just like kissy, kissy, poo, seduction.
By the way, how great would it be if Cosby, when he goes back on tour, which I don't know if he's going to, I don't know if anyone is going to book him, but I'm sure he'll find some rooms to play.
Go outside or something.
If he just completely breaks the Cosby character and just goes all out. I mean, these bitches were asking for. What did you... I was Bill fucking Cosby. What did you think? Of course they wanted to fuck me. They would wake up and twitch and do the hippity-ditty.
They had a fondness for quaaludes.
Judge Joe Brown and Bill Cosby going on tour this fall.
That would be something. Laprat says Judge Joe to Skankfest.
That'd be great.
That would be unbelievable.
That'd be great. He'd be a great guest. It would be, of course he wouldn't do stand-up, but I think he would just guest on Legion of Skanks. Maybe do the naked roast against a rape victim.
Kissy, kissy, poo, seduction, clothes come off. Have a good time. Doing somebody.
You asked for it with Cosby and Brown. Coming to a club near you.
I got a DUI and killed somebody.
That would be a great name for Cosby's tour, by the way. You asked for it.
If he names his tour something like that, I will 90% commit to going to see.
We'll
it.
have to go. If he does that, it's like, all right, he's earned it.
And we'll get to boo him.
Yeah. We'll boo him.
Look at me with your milky eye.
Well, I can't make comments like that.
You did something to them they didn't consent to.
That's what I'd say to him.
Yeah, there you go. Judge Joe Brown's back on our side. Oh, all right, boys and gals. If you made it this far, I appreciate it.
Have a good time.
I'll leave you with this. Gearheads and VGB, unite for this message. And all of you, go listen to a very good show. Subscribe, leave a 5-star review.
Ooh.
Do the same with this podcast if you'd be so kind. Subscribe on YouTube. Buy a t-shirt. And go to patreon.com/blindmike. If you aren't there already, we're almost over that 300 subscriber mark.
We're one away.
Yeah, so come on, folks. Well, don't say that, because then we have the mass exodus on August 1st, and then we got to climb back up.
August 1st, we'll be back down to like 283.
It's fine. So, for those of you wondering, every month our subscribers grow every month. So at the end of each month, our subscribers were higher than the end of the previous month. But then on the 1st, there's this weird, I don't know if it's like people realize they're paying for it and just leave, but now I started to think there's something weird going on with Patreon because it happens like clockwork.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is exactly, but then the number goes down like 10 or 15. And then throughout the month, we build back up and then end up a few more from where we started. So I appreciate all the Gearheads. Thank you for growing the Patreon. Whatever weirdness happens with the numbers aside, thank you to all the Gearheads, executive or otherwise. And thank you for listening for free if you've done that. Just make sure you support. If you want to keep listening for free, then you can do that as well. Just leave a 5-star review and subscribe on YouTube. All that helps the channels as well. And go listen to a very good show, as I said. Anything else, sir?
Extra goodies.
Yes, thank you, Jerry. Anything in the chat or anything from you before we get out of here?
Nah, everyone's pretty calm, and I have a lot of Twitter for notifications, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, good.
See the mess that was created?
The hell that I've unearthed.
First, it was that Mick kid. That was nice. I guess he's gonna make a podcast destroying my life now.
Is he still gonna do that?
I have no idea.
That would have been funny. He actually should have done an episode reviewing your show or even this show.
I know. That would have
been funny.
I was more upset that because I actually want them to do well.
Yeah, he seems like a good kid.
Right. But I will tell him this. I'm not, the one to be like, well, let me tell you something. But when you have all this buzz, don't spend 20 minutes on beverage etiquette at a barbecue.
You know what? Actually, I disagree. Do what you do.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just like.
Yeah, but I've made the mistake of trying to be, someone I'm not many times. Where that's what, if I got into a thing with that kid or anyone, I'd be all fucking riled up. Oh, by the way, speaking of riled up, I heard Portnoy address. Remember, I got contacted by that fucking lady from Business Insider.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Portnoy talked about it on his podcast. I guess he's going that. So she failed with ex-employees, I guess, disgruntled employees.
It's getting dirty.
So now she's going after women?
Yep. And I guess there's someone in the mix that lies about stuff and has.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who that is. What I said to that lady, I think I said it at the time. Or did I say that on the podcast?
Yeah, I don't recall off the top of my head, but we have talked about
Basically, what I said to that lady, and I think this will be very telling of the article. What I said was that I was always treated very well there. Dave gave me an opportunity that no one else would have given me. Something like, and I said, you can use that. That's really all I have to say. And she said, "Oh my God, thanks. This is great. Thanks so much."
Yeah, they're not using that.
If they don't use that, I think that tells you a lot, and they won't, of course.
Right.
And I'm not saying like I'm some, they need to use a quote from Blind Mike. What I'm saying is she contacted me because she thought I was going to talk shit about him. I didn't. So that should be part of the article. Like, hey, this guy that he supposedly abused didn't say anything bad about him.
Lab Rat wants me to tell you that Portnoy got his girlfriend's initials tattooed on him.
Well, there's no defending that. I defended him as much as I could. That's not great.
No. There's worse things.
I'll have to bring that up to Kirk if they don't get to it tomorrow.
Oh, I know. I'm curious tomorrow. The return of Jared.
Yes, yeah, go listen to that. Well, I mean, obviously, if you've gotten to this, I'm sure you've already listened to that. But if you haven't, then make sure you do it. Yeah. And we'll get out of here.
Bye-bye.
And I think to myself, wow, what a beautiful world.